The word is the XXL Freshman list is almost here, and voting for the 10th spot is going on right now. All right, and I'm gonna tell you guys who I think is winning that 10th spot. Okay, so the XXL Freshman list is a prestigious list, of course.
For sure. Yes.
Most of, if not all, the hip hop superstars kind of came through there. So, there's J. Cole, Wiz Khalifa, Big Sean, and Nipsey back in 2010.
Not necessarily came through there, but that for sure was
Like
something that highlighted them and brought, and like if you weren't up on them, that was kind of like the sign that you made it. You got on this XXL.
Yeah, for sure.
You definitely were doing your own thing, but it's like, man, like you're.
It's like
it doesn't guarantee superstardom, but it's like, oh, okay, most of them have that checked off. You know,
it's
what
like
I'm
a basketball.
Ultimate
it's like
cosign at one point.
The McDonald's All-American, like it's
like
that.
It's
like you made it to that specific thing where like these are the next people up.
Like a first round draft pick, you're not
100%
gonna be a superstar, but it's like more than likely.
Yep.
You know?
See you.
Kendrick Lamar and Meek Mill and YG back in 2011.
Wow.
And then a lot of newer stars, like Megan Thee Stallion, Gunna, in more recent years. So for the past few years, since 2021, XXL has held a contest to have the people vote for the 10th spot. And there's so many contestants, that are going up for this 10th spot. But the ones most of us were going to be familiar with is the West Coast rising stars. So Lefty Gunplay, 310 Baby, Peso, Zoe Sama, Rayvon, Siete, and Jello, a.k.a. LiAngelo Ball.
I already had mine locked in, and then you kept reading, and I was like, oh,
there's
dang.
a lot to choose from.
So this just shows me that none of those were already picked.
Exactly.
No. So they already picked their 9, that 10th spot, and they're not going to tell us who the 9 are, but we'll tell you who's not on the list for the 10th spot.
Basically. And then there's other artists from other places. Dave
of
Blunts.
course.
Dave Blunts is like pretty big artist.
In the running for the 10th spot.
Exactly.
1900 Rub Rat, another big one.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people.
I don't know if it's biased, but I really feel like 310 Baby deserves it.
I think so.
And I love a guy like Peso. Clearly, Lefty Gunplay is like basically family at this point to us on Brown Bag Mornings. But it just feels like 310 Baby has been consistent with the hits. He's done all the things, the stages.
Tours,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I
feel like he's kind of in that prominent level of like, I'm the next up out of here.
He performed at Coachella, not his own set, but
he
was there. Everybody knew the song.
I mean, I feel like he had like 3 back-to-back records.
Yeah,
he
did. He's been proving himself consistent. It's not just like and I know maybe I am being regional biased, but I don't think his records are just regional. I feel like everyone messes with his songs. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And like throughout, even like Soak City, throughout that run, you would see him all over the U.S. popping out as a special guest for people and performing that song and seeing everyone everywhere reacting to it.
And he's a good kid, man. He's a really good guy. And not for nothing, but and shout out Peso, because I appreciate Peso too.
Yeah, for sure.
And I know he's killing it. I know they just had a show and he was doing amazing.
Yeah, and he just got announced on a big tour. Santa Fe Clan, Shoreline Mafia co-headlining, and Peso's going to be on the bill as well with Tornillo. So that's big.
Yeah.
That's a really big deal.
Kendrick album. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Kendrick album. However, I think the 10th spot is going to go to Jello Ball. I think it's going to be Jello Ball.
You think it's going to be Jello?
I can see that too.
Over 310 Baby?
Over?
Not
Hold
because
on.
I would choose him. Not because I want that to happen.
You want to do certified stepping?
Over the certified step.
Bro,
I
was just saying, honestly, if Lefty Gunplay wins the 10th spot, I might shed a tear of happiness.
Clip that. Where to see it?
But I think Jello's gonna win.
Didn't say it like that.
I went over and looked at the. recent.
He's like, if Lefty Gunplay wins, I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna cry, you guys.
I'm gonna cry.
Last year around this time, I lost my sanity. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. No, okay, look.
What?
That's a lyric from Lefty.
Oh.
Okay, so, but I went back and looked at the 10 spot winners from the past couple years, right? So one that stood out to me that I'm like, I could see this repeat, like history repeating itself. DDG won the spot in 2021.
All right.
I'm like, that's kind of the equivalent of like, now it's like a person who's already popular, who has a big following, who would make, when that happened, it was like, DDG, like he had a couple records out, but we know him more for other things.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a high possibility Jello wins.
I get that
because of like the backing that he's got on the record from like the NBA, athletes, where it's like a different audience, not just music.
That's earning it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it kind of feels like you guys are kind of making it seem like it's more like
No, I
for anything but the music. Because what he's popping for is those songs.
Oh,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? That song has made its way around everywhere. So
it's viral.
he would have earned it.
3 big
know?
songs. I don't think he's not earning it. I personally think a 310 Baby or a Lefty or a Peso was probably more deserving personally. But I can see.
You think you're more deserving.
It could be a little biased.
And by Lefty getting it, you feel deserved.
I want to shed a tear.
Yes.
No, but I think
you're gonna cry.
the chatter will happen louder if Jello wins. People will be like, "What?
They're looking
What's
for
going
conversation
on?"
pieces.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Got you.
And if it goes to somebody like a 310 or a Peso or a Lefty, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I can see it." It's
I do think maybe more people outside of the West Coast know Jello's music
100%.
versus
He's
like
worldwide.
a Lefty Gunplay no feature song. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah.
Because we definitely all know crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious,
Yeah.
right? But if we know his cuts, like you just set a bar.
Yeah.
No, someone in New York knows that bar.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But someone in New York knows
I might swerve in that corner. Whoa.
Yeah.
if they're going off of that. But also the freshman cover should be to show us people we may not be hip to.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like the picks of who could be next. So
Yeah.
I
And
think,
Lefty Gunplay gets headlines too. If you were to get
For
it, it'd
sure.
be conversation as
Maybe
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like 310 Baby deserves it.
I
Really
do
bad.
too.
So too.
Good.
He's
like,
putting that work.
He really does.
Consistent, All
He's
of that.
young. Yeah.
Good kid.
And he's still
He's
doing
on
our
it.
he still does our Power 106 All-Star games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's not the
pops
reason that I want him to
No.
make it. But
For
that
sure.
is
He's earned
also
it.
a cherry on top and
Yeah.
sprinkles on the cupcake. But
Exactly.
so you're going Lefty, or no? You're going Jello.
If I had to pick, like, I have to put money on it, I would think Jello.
Okay,
was
if he
gonna
doesn't make it, you're gonna eat a pound of Jello on live on air. Okay.
win. You know what's funny?
Why
I
you cry?
hate Jello.
Okay,
Like,
well,
you're
even
Latina.
better,
You're
even
gonna
better.
love it.
So yeah,
Ooh,
all right,
I'm
I'm
gonna
down.
get you
I'm down.
the Jello that's white that has like the
multiple.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
with the milk?
Yeah.
We're getting that one.
The
'Cause I know if you
strawberry-
hate Jello,
I
you
know.
hate that
With
one.
the
Yeah.
stuff
Strawberry
inside?
milk?
Yes.
Bro.
If
That
Jello
one.
doesn't win,
You're
Okay.
getting that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I'm down.
All
I'm
right.
down.
Oh,
All right.
I love this.
who's going Lefty Gunplay?
I'm going Lefty Gunplay.
I
He's
want-
gonna be in the Maybach
No, I'm going-
on the cover.
Okay, if
310
Lefty
deserves it.
Gunplay doesn't get it,
Yeah.
um,
I gotta take a rhino.
You already
no.
do that. You already do that.
No.
What do I gotta do?
I
Certified
don't know,
step?
but something with your left hand. We're gonna do something to
Oh
your left
no, he
hand.
does that too every morning.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I actually tried that the other day. That's why there's a mark on my hand.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
I'm going 310 Baby. If 310 Baby doesn't
Should
win,
make it so
You have to
city.
prank call somebody.
you need to stop talking. Again, you're trying my husband, and it's not gonna work out in your favor.
What did he say? I
What'd
didn't
he
catch
say?
it.
He said something about Soak
That
City.
you're to make it so city.
Fool.
Hey, you got it right on the
Yeah,
set,
no,
dog.
that's-
You
that's
gotta do
it.
something.
We're
Yeah.
gonna pack them out right now.
Yeah.
We got
That
to
was
get off
too
air.
much.
We're
Those
gonna
are
pack
word
'em
on
out.
those
Hey.
fans, bro.